Anyone acquainted with literature or mysticism, regardless of language, must have heard about Persian poets. These writers of indescribable genius have long passed, but their seraphic works are pretty much alive.
کشانی بخندید و خیره بماند، انان را گران کرد و او را بخواند. بدو گفت خندان که نام تو چیست؟ از نقالی فرمودید بگم. خب به هر حال از ابتدای اینکه انسان پا بر زمین گذاشت و چند دوره بر انسان‌ها گذاشت، یواش یواش سعی کردن که نقل روزگاران گذشته بر فرزندان خودشون بگن. اون موقع که کاغذ و نوشته و کتاب و چاپخانه و اینها نبود، این همه به اصطلاح رسانه‌ها نبود که اینها رو یک جای ضبط کنه، از سینه به سینه، زبان به زبان برای فرزندان تعریف می‌کردن. و خب این هی هرچی اومد جلو در تاریخ قوتش بیشتر شد تا اینکه رسید به اسلام و پرده‌خوانی و تعزیه برقرار شد. و قبل از اون هم در دوران پادشاهی ایران همیشه به اصطلاح از ماجراهای گذشته نقل می‌کردن در محافل و به اصطلاح اقوام مختلف.
Narrating fables, myths, and epics composed in poetry is a perfect display of Iran's rich literature and its effect on performing arts.
But Ferdowsi's Shahnameh and the beautiful stories in it are only one of the many works of literature, the masterpieces of Iranian literature. Another name that you've probably heard of is this one, Hafiz.
With a strong aptitude for versifying everyday expressions, poetry is present in almost every Persian classical work. The charm of Persian poetry, though, lies to a great extent in the language and its music, while understanding the cultural context allows you to appreciate the essence.
A large ocean will not become cloudy from some clods. The friar who feels aggrieved is a small brook of water yet. If he injures you, bear it, because forgiving will cleanse you from wickedness. Saadi is famous for anecdotes like this, in which he tells us and teaches us how to treat other people, how to react when things happen to us, how to choose friends, and many other things. That so many people come here to Shiraz only to pay a tribute to great poets like Saadi. Hafiz from the city of Shiraz is another great Persian poet. You can't claim to know anything about the Persian language if you haven't heard about him.
Hafiziye, decorated with some of Hafiz's most fascinating poems. This small dome attracts art and literature lovers from all over the world.
It's more the inside of the person that counts than the outside.
And you know that Shiraz has a lot of poets, most of Iranian.
Exactly. That's why we are here, and I love poetry. Well, I think for me, Saadi is a poet more than a philosopher. And a very nice poet, but for me he is more philosopher.
It is a Persian tradition to consult Hafiz for guidance when facing a difficult situation. But today the divination is mostly seen as an excuse to read one of Hafiz's poems and deliberate on its meaning. There is a lot to learn when it comes to Persian literature. Maulana, known to the West mostly as Rumi, is a famous Iranian poet that has had a great impact on philosophy, literature, mysticism, and culture. Even kids can learn some of the most important life lessons through stories from his major work, the Masnavi.
مولانا یکی از داشته‌های فرهنگی ماست. این در کنار سایر شخصیت‌هایی که تو تاریخ ما درخشیدن و صاحب صحبت بودن، یک شخصیت برجسته به حساب میاد. در این حال مولانا تو عرصه‌های مختلف حوزه علوم انسانی صاحب نظره، یعنی در حوزه فلسفه، در حوزه اخلاق، عرفان، حتی روانشناسی صاحب دیدگاه‌های جدیده و حتی ما می‌بینیم که برخی از روانشناسان مدرن ارجاع میدن به آثار مولانا و حتی مکتب‌هایی از روانشناسی مدرن تا حدودی تحت تأثیر مولانا بودن. یکی از مهمترین اونها اریک فروم هست.
Iran's rich literature has had a great impact on the development of fine arts. A good example is the well-known flower and bird paintings inspired from mystical poems about love. Miniaturist Ahmad Safari told me that it was because of the illustrated copies of classic works that different painting techniques emerged.
قدیم به عنوان تصویرسازی استفاده می‌شده در کتابا که هنوز الان استفاده میشه، برای کارهای حماسی استفاده میشه، برای کتابایی که مختص ادبیات هستش که خیلی کاربرد داره.
هدف از برگزاری نمایشگاه در واقع نشون دادن بعد دوم ادبیات ایران به زبان‌های دیگه.
It was probably Edward Fitzgerald who made the beauty of Persian literature known to the world when he translated the works of famous Iranian polymath and poet Omar Khayyam about 150 years ago, opening new horizons to prove that Persian poems continue to inspire artists even today.
That is why paying tribute to poets is an important thing, and it's also what makes Zahiruddoleh Cemetery a favorite stopover for those who love Iranian poetry. Gisumi Shahmadi for Iran.